Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and members. If I could just have your attention for a bit. I'm voting for this, but I'm not here to convince you to follow me. What I'd like to do is explain as simply as I can what it does: good, bad, and ugly. This resolution began as something that I would never vote for. The definition was so broad it swept up even some U.S. citizens. It also applied to all felonies. If felony sounds serious, you should know that there are about 2,500 felonies you can be charged with in Texas. There was also no way to transfer people to federal custody, so this was a huge unfunded mandate to our local governments. The good is this: we have come a long way. The definition is much better. In order to get caught by this system, someone would have to enter at some place other than a port of entry, overstay a visa, or other status. Then that person would have to not be a citizen, legal permanent resident, asylee, refugee, or military parolee. Then there would have to be probable cause that the person committed one of about 20 serious offenses. That represents less than 1% of the offenses that this JR started with. Only then would bail be denied. Even after that, our locals would now be able to transfer them into federal custody. Here's the bad. This does not include DACA. This does not include those who have been trafficked. This does not include victims of crime. Doesn't include those who have been given rights under the Violence Against Women Act. Those people would all still be captured by this JR that's in front of you. I don't think that it should capture them, and that's something I've fought hard against, but this applies to dreamers and those others accused of these serious crimes. That category, accused dreamers, is vanishingly small. It may well be zero. But I don't want to sugarcoat that. I don't want to sugarcoat anything about what's written here, and you've heard that debate over the last couple of hours. Finally, the ugly. And that's the rhetoric around topics like this. From Twitter to town halls, the language around immigration is toxic. It's dehumanizing. And in some cases, it's nakedly racist. We talk about policy that's supposed to save lives, but this type of scapegoating led to a mass murder in my hometown just a few years ago. And since then, that rhetoric has gotten worse, not better. And that makes it very hard to deal with just the policy on the paper. On a policy level, the concept here is not offensive. If a person has already broken our immigration rules, they're probably a flight risk as well. I get it. I get that. And that's why I'm voting for this. But I also get how incendiary this issue is. So it's a very reluctant vote from me. This is a vastly tighter proposal than we started with. It's narrow enough that I don't think anyone who would have been out of custody before would be detained under it. And practically, if that does happen, it probably should. So members, I'll leave you with this. I would weigh all of these dynamics that we just discussed, and I would vote your conscience. Thank you.